We got some friends here in the room with us, and we got some of you guys on the screen, and we're gonna start with our little bit of mobility, standing up. We'll move around a little bit, and then we'll get into top of the guard discussion. Hands on your hips, feet shoulder width apart, make some circles, big circles, and good. What's up, Chris Jones? And other direction, big circles. Oh, John Blenchy's the guy in Louisiana.
Good memory.
Yeah. Hands on your knees, circles. One time I was in Louisiana and I went to an alligator farm. Can you believe that? There was like thousands of alligators. You guys know about this? Huh? No, alligators only. Alligator farm. Other direction.
Are they friendly?
They take the eggs from the alligators out of the wild, and then they grow them, and then they breed them and they grow them, and then they sell them for the meat. But what they do to keep the alligator population real is that they actually release, after they're born, they release the amount that would have naturally survived the egg hatching, because all don't survive when they hatch in the wild. But I'm not even, there was probably 5,000 alligators. Or I ate it, yeah, they shipped me alligator, other ankle. They sent me some alligator and I ate it. And it was really good, but I won't do it again. Just out of respect for an animal that's a black belt. Good. Now do your elbows, full flexion of your elbows, and then full extension. And when you flex, like squeeze, and then extend. And then wrist, flexion, flexion, and then extension, extension. And fist, flexion, extension of your fingers. Look at my fingers, how far they bend. Yeah. That's good, yeah. Oh. And now from here, do your shoulder. Tension throughout your whole shoulder. Take it up, up, and around. Touch the full range of motion of that shoulder, and then go back the other way. And notice this shoulder compared to your other shoulder, which is coming next. Reaching up, 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 squeezing, full tension, full range of motion, and then other direction. Do your shoulders feel similar? Maybe, yes, no. From my understanding, and you do these exercises over and over, your body will kind of auto-correct. Now we squat down, we break the fall, and now we rock. Your body wants to be the same on both sides. So you can bring it back if you just give it a little time. Legs straight, so we're stretching here, and then as you go back, your knees go up, your feet up. Legs straight, and then knees up, and legs straight, and knees up, and legs straight, and knees up. Good, and now from here, throw your legs to the right side, here, and small circles, and warm our hips up. That's the benefits of jiu-jitsu, right? Is that, especially for myself, and even for you guys, is the travel opportunities. I went to a reptile farm in New Hampshire one time. They had like 10,000 plus boas. They had pythons and boas like you wouldn't believe it. Other side, they breeded, you ever met somebody who breeds boas? They breed so many snakes. They had boas that were like this big, little boas, the most colorful snakes I've ever seen in my life. In New Hampshire, amazing experience. And they supply reptile stores around the whole world. They farm boas to sell to reptile stores for our house. Which, as much as that's beautiful, it's a little bit like, it's a little tricky, right? I don't know. I don't know how I feel. What's the wrestler who had a boa back in the day? Jake the Snake. Yeah, Jake the Snake. Of course, that's who it was. So yeah, they did his boas too. They had pictures of him all in the store, all in the farm. Frog right here, 90 degrees, stretching, and then we'll get started. And good. Knees together, here, hands down, knees up. Same extension for your ankles right there. See that? Hurts? Don't cry. Don't put too much weight. Carry the weight in here, right? And now I tuck my toes in like this. And I sit. Tuck your toes in and sit. Yeah, 30 seconds, a minute. Okay, now look at this right here. Look how I tuck my toes in and I sit like this. You see that? Can you guys see that? Or no, is that visible? So now my toes are pointing back, but you see I'm sitting on the tops of my toes. My toes are pointing back. Is that visible for them? Can you see that on the big screen? Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is very common. Hannah and I do this a lot. We sit like this a lot. You're doing it?
I do, but it's very painful.
This is painful?
For me, it hurts.
It's interesting, right? It's the reason why my knuckle is kind of big on my toe. I believe it's because of so much scar tissue buildup and you're sitting like this a lot. So I do like this, a lot of this. See that? And the reason why we do a lot of this is because our foot can now slide flat very easily. And if right here, I'm very low. But like this, I'm able to have a little more height. So one of the positions that this is most useful from, laying down please, is, let me turn this way. Here is if I move a little more this way. If I'm inside someone's guard, cross your feet, I don't like to sit flat. Because if I sit flat, I feel a little more, I guess, versus here. I feel higher, I feel further away. Now I do agree that if it's uncomfortable, you're probably not gonna do it. Now some people tuck their toes in, that original toe underneath. Now I don't feel comfortable because he can do something that puts weight on me and then my feet feel awkward. But if I do what I said originally, which is that kind of weird toe tuck, but my toes are still, I can go flat at any moment when all of a sudden I'm carrying more weight from some of their random behaviors. So speaking of guard, right before we pass the guard, let's just talk right now about where do I want to be right now? Where do I want to be? Where do I want my hands, my head, my body? Where do I want? Inside? I want to be, oh, my hands. I want my hands on his arm, that's an option. An option is hands on his stomach. So really, if I'm gonna be down, I want my hands on his arms and my head in the center. When I'm down, he swims his arm under my arm, I immediately posture and have hands go to his stomach. Now, most people will say, posture, 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 head up, head up, head up. Now, it is true that posture is good, but be warned that if you say posture, posture, posture at all costs, start pulling me down. Start pulling my jacket, pulling, posture, 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 freeze. Now, where am I? I'm in the in-between. I'm in the middle zone. He can grab my elbow right here, start putting his foot on my hip right there, start creating angles for arm bars, go ahead. Who knows? So what I'm suggesting is that if you say posture for life, and then as they begin to break you, you're resisting. You're like, no, 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 no. You end up here. This is the middle. Middle is the danger zone. So what I'm saying is this, posture for life. When they begin to break me a little bit, I go like this, boom, all the way down. Now from all the way down, I have my arms on the inside. Get inside my elbow, get inside. It's not easy, under my arm, it's not easy for someone to get inside my arms. But when they do, go ahead, boom, I posture. So I'm constantly running out, in, out, in. This is the mindset that I would say will, really demoralize 50% of the people out there because it becomes very annoying when he wants me close, pull me in close, pull me close, 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 close. But then I go all the way in. Now, attack me now. Go under my arms. Try, try, try. He wants to attack me, and me stay, he go for triangle, bring your knee inside. That's what he wants to do, go back. Attack me again. But the moment he comes in, I go back to here. So I'm never staying where he wants me to be. So let's kind of go through that visualization. Let's all go on our knees. And our toes are flat right now. I'll explain to you when I sit like this in a moment. But right now, let's have our hands in the stomach. One hand in front, one hand behind, postured up. And from this posture, the person's pulling me down. Pull, 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 pull. As they pull me a little bit, I'm down like 10, 15%. I go, whoop, both hands, swim inside. And I block their arms. My forearms are blocking their arms. And now my elbows are following. They slip under my elbow, immediately posture. Boom, hands back to their body again. Hands in the body. They're pulling down, pulling, boom, back to the arms. Back to the arms. Let your forearms be on the ground. Your forearms are blocking their arms. Your elbows are on the floor. Now they go under your elbow. Posture again. Posture right away. Great. So that's the initial game. Now sometimes, in the middle of all of this, pull me down, boom, boom, he's trying. In the middle of all of this, the person on the bottom can use your legs to pull me forward. Go ahead, rock me like that, to rock me forward. Now, like for example, or you just sit up right now, sit up. Go back down again. That is possible because his hips are on the ground. He can pull me strong and sit up strong. But cross your legs tight, when I do this, pull me forward again. Sit up. See that? When I lift my hips and I sit up, it takes his hips off the ground, which puts more strain on his ankles, which makes it more difficult for him to do a sit-up. It's easy to do a sit-up when your hips are grounded. Sit up. Look, his hips are down. But with my hands here, sit up again. When I put my hips forward, let go please, and I do that by kind of moving in to, look, see my toes? That's that, boom, here, flat and up. So that's the game that is necessary. That movement is necessary when the bottom person is very heavy or very committed to sitting up or using their legs to rock you forward. It also helps to do that. And also look at my body right now. Right now, my weight is kind of pivoting off my hip, which is grounded right here. But once I do this, look how much more weight I have falling back because I take my hips off my own calves. So let's go back here, hands on the stomach. We're kneeling and we have our posture, but they pull us down. So we boom, move forward, hands in the biceps. Now from the biceps, they go under our elbows. Posture, hands in the stomach. Posture, hands in the stomach, good. And then from here, they begin to try to sit up to grab us. Boom, sit forward. Try to keep the angle right here. My shoulders are behind my knee, and I go back down. It's very short. It's like this. It's like up, down. It's literally 1 second. And then again, up and down. Hands are still in the area. Look at my shoulders are behind my, at least over my hips. And then I go here, up and down. Yes. And last one, up and down. But now they pull you back down. Go forward, hands in the biceps. Hands in the biceps, head low, head in the center. They come under your elbow. Posture again, hands in the stomach. Beautiful, good. Okay. Blocking, come under my arms, come under my arms. Look at my forearms, come under faster, faster, faster. My forearms are shadowing, get under my arm, go. Boom, he went under. I posture, sit up tall. Boom, hands are blocking his body. Sit up more, pull, go, go, go. I do a little hip lift. That can also help. Pull me down, posture, pull, 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 posture, posture. Oh, he got me down. Hands are on the inside. Now, usually, I would say that with somebody who's very good, I probably go down 2-3 times before I pass the guard. So I'm not too worried if somebody breaks my posture. Why not? Because I trust this. I trust the sensitivity of my arm right here. Come under my arm, under. I go back, come out again, come under again. I trust this game. It's almost, come under my arm. Yes. I'm very sensitive here. And I also trust that if he beats it, beat it. Come under my, freeze. I have time to go to here. Now if he beats it, freeze. And I say, oh no. Now he hugs my neck. Boom. Now my arms are outside. And now we don't know what's possible in terms of attacks, but omoplatas and triangles and so on, and kimuras can happen when your arms are on the outside. So what I'm saying is going down and up is fairly common. And then eventually, because they don't isolate my arm, my block and my posture and my hips are all so good, eventually his legs will open the legs, and then we go double underhooks. Boom, shoulder, shoulder, pressure, walk around, melt the weight, and we land in side mount. So I would say if you can annoy their attempts to break your posture, and have inside hand positioning, and use your hips to keep them weak and off their hips in times of an attempt to sit up, you create a feeling of I can't do much for the bottom person. And then their legs open. And when their legs open, go ahead, double underhooks. Double, lift a little bit, dip my shoulder. Once I dip it, I grab his jacket, hold his thigh, put the weight, walk around, and go to the side mount. So by ourselves, everybody's on your knees. Hands are on the stomach. You've got a little bit of control. They uncross their legs. Double arms inside, hug both thighs. Once you hug inside, lift their leg a little bit on the left side. As you hold it, now drop your shoulder underneath. Left hand to the ground across. Left hand across. Right hand, hug it to your chest. And now get up on your tiptoes and walk around on one hand. Watch my hips. Hips go down first, and then I melt into the side mounts. Perfect. It's modified side mount. Hand by the hip, by the right knee, left elbow over their head. Great. Let's go back again. So double underhook guard pass, hands in the stomach, posture, person's legs open, double underhooks. Good. Left arm lift it 50%, and then dip under at the last 50. Left hand across on the ground. Left hand across on the ground. Left hand, it's the side you're passing on, yes. The right hand hugging their thigh to your chest. And now shift your weight forward onto your hand, get up on your tiptoes. Try to keep your body pretty planked out. Now hop around to your left, and now look at my hips. They push forward, and I melt down. Elbow over the head, hand by the hip. Yes. When you hop around like that, on your hand on the ground, if you go on the heel of your hand, it allows for a more comfortable pivot. If you have too much friction, it can be awkward for your elbow. I'm sure you guys felt that and figured it out. Hands in the stomach. Hands in the stomach. Boom. Legs open. Double underhooks. Double underhooks. Lift it a little bit. Dip the shoulder. Hand across. You would normally be grabbing their gi or their shoulder, but now we put it on the ground. Right hand, hug the leg. Get up on your toes. Hop around to the left. Melt the hips forward. Elbow over the head and drop in the side mount. Good. Other side. Hands in the stomach. Legs open. Double underhooks. Right arm, lift it 50%. Now dip your shoulder, get it under all the way. Right hand, grab the cross shoulder. Left arm, hug the leg to your chest. Put the weight over them. Good. Walk around, walk around, walk around. And now push your hips forward. And drop to the side mount. Again, one more side. One more time on that side. Here, hands in the stomach. Guard opens, double underhooks. Double underhooks. Right arm is in, right arm lift, right arm dip. Right hand, reach across, other side of their head. Left arm, hug it to your chest. Put the weight forward, tiptoes. Sprawl your legs out, hop around to the right. Melt the hips forward and drop to the side mount. Good. Now sometimes, Eddie right here, it's hard work, huh? You don't have a person holding all your weight. Sometimes you have someone like this. I get double underhooks. I go to lift up his leg, make it heavy, make it heavy. Boom. I go here. So be ready to use the combination of both sides, right? So I'm lifting this side. He makes it heavy. Boom. I throw this one on my shoulder because to make this one heavy, he basically has to lighten up this one. So slowly, I go to pick up the right side. He makes it heavy. Boom. Light. And now I grab and I walk, and I walk, and I melt the weight, and I pass. Now, a small detail is when I'm picking this up, he makes it heavy, and I lift up this, and I go to here. I talk about how you grab, and how this hand hugs this to my chest. Pull your leg out of here, bend it to your chest, bring it to your chest. Like I hold this leg right here. If I don't, if I'm kind of casual about it, someone could cross your feet, just cross down, straighten your legs and squeeze your knees together. Straighten, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. It's a little awkward on my neck. Go back down again. Do that again, go. Do that again. Same thing, cross your feet, cross your feet, cross your feet, cross your feet. Look at my space, this hand, go ahead. Look at my pressure on him now. He uncrosses and then I hop around. So against a very small percentage, them crossing their feet and squeezing can be a little bit annoying. And believe it or not, I don't even want this foot, put your foot on my chest right here, on my chest, like that, push me away. Look, I don't want that. See, even if I'm here, do that again. Look, go back, go back, go back. Now do it. Nah. See, I cannot allow one foot to be free for reasons of crossing and a random squeeze on my neck, or for that retraction and space creation. Because what is the one thing that he wants? When I grab onto his jacket here, how do you feel right now?
I feel in danger.
Why?
Oh, because you are too close.
Because of the pressure. Now the question is, can his foot reach my chest? Put it in my chest? Maybe. Go back. But with a little bit of this, go.
I can't.
So hugging that leg right there, it's like a very overlooked detail, but it's proven to be very helpful in my control once I get to that position. So on our knees again. Now we're gonna do a little double from one to the other. So hands on the stomach, legs open, double underhooks. We're on our knees. From double underhooks, I pick up the right side, but it's heavy. They make it heavy, so then I do what? Boom, pick up the left side. Now, grab the shoulder, palm down, hug that thigh, pull it down on your chest, tiptoes, walk around to the left. Help. Hips melt forward. Good. Again, on your knees. Hands in the stomach, posture, sitting tall, and now, boom, double underhooks. I begin to pick up the left side, but they make it so heavy that the right side becomes light. Right hand, I grab the shoulder, hug the thigh, tiptoes, walk around, hips melt forward, and I drop to the side mount. Beautiful. One more time. One more time, and that's just because. Hands postured, hands in the stomach, double underhooks, the legs opened. Once the legs open, I'm slowly trying to pick up the right side, but it's too heavy. So then I switch, pick up the left side. Anchor the shoulder, hold the thigh, put the weight forward, tiptoes, hop around to the left, and melt the weight. Modified side mount. Good. Now check this out. Eddie's laying down. I'm inside his guard. His legs are open, double underhooks. Okay, now this is a little crazy, but it allows for us to kind of have fun with the solo drill, which I've never done before, but I'm curious to see. So this is a very like random movement, which I've used many times successfully, and it kind of falls into the family, make your leg heavy, of this, of resisting heavy leg. So I'm beginning to pick up his left leg, heavy, heavy. Freeze. It's not working. My hand, a little bit less, right there. It's a little bit heavy. My hand down, which becomes my elbow, and then I go like this. So, I know, it's a little weird. I see your faces.
And I heard something here.
It's a little weird, but let's explain why it's so possible. So the idea is this: when the energy is stop this with leg, my hand and elbow rotate, 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 and my foot, look, my foot, hand, elbow, and foot, and then I sit through. Now from here, his energy is still on this. So look at my leg, goes boom, and then I step off, boom, and I'm on top. Okay? I don't even know what we call this, but I know that maybe like, I don't know, at least 10, 15 years now I've been doing it against those that are heavy legs and very tense and just somewhat I want to say, kind of almost like one track minded. Their only focus is to resist this, hand, leg, I go, and I fall, and I come on top. Do you guys, is that clear on the visual? You can see where his purpose is. You guys clear on that? You see the movement? Let me try by myself now. He's like, get that one. So look at this. So by myself, I have double underhooks. I'm trying to go on the left side. It's not working. So I'm gonna place my right knee down, left leg up, and I shoot my right hip through. That is the movement, that's the beginning. Everybody on your knees and elbows. So my left arm, make sure you have a clear understanding of where the person's head is, right? Like this is my person's head, okay? I'm here, that's their head. So their torso is right here. So now I'm trying to pick up on the left side, but it's heavy. So I put my right elbow down, left foot out, and then my right leg goes through. Look where my right leg went. It's pretty much by their head. And now, as soon as this leg goes through, my other leg goes over, boom, boom, and then I sit. So I fully transfer over, and now I'm on top of the side mount right there. Eddie's right here laying down one more time. Look at the water bottle, put your head right next to it. Close, yeah. There's the water bottle, look, holding, heavy, heavy, heavy. Look, leg, look, body, leg, leg. And I'm here. Again. Everybody on their knees, on your knees, double underhooks, double underhooks. I'm picking up the left side, but it's heavy. Place the right hand elbow on the ground as you continue to lift. Put your left foot out for base. Shoot your right leg through. Boom. And now, left leg goes over, back step. Boom. Back step, and then go to your knees on the end right there. Yes. Put your guys' towels out as someone's head. Use your towel as the head.
That's a good one.
The person's head is like, I don't know, look at that. One arm's length distance in front of me. Put anything in front of you to have reference that you land across this body. A towel would be great, or even your full gi top. Here, left arm is picking it up, but it's heavy. We're all doing it. Place your right elbow down, left foot out, leg through. And then step over, switch. My back step, good, now go to your knees. Yes, and now I'm on top. And I see, I'm right here, look at this. Head, their body's here, I'm in the side control. New angle, other side now. Other side. So, that was me picking up the left side, didn't work. Now, I had double underhooks. I pick up the right side, it's heavy, it's not working. So I put my left elbow down, put my right leg up, and then my left leg shoots through. Boom. Right? My foot's right near their head. And then top leg goes over. And then switch. Hips. And then go to your knees. And I'm on top. Again. It looks good though, right? You guys look good doing it. So the side that you are unable to pick up is the side that you actually go to. You just lead with your hips. So I'm here, double underhooks. I'm trying to pick up this leg, but I can't get it on my shoulder. So my left elbow drops. Right arm cannot lift. Left elbow down. Right leg up, left leg through. And now step over the head. Boom, back step. Good, Renata, yes. Now go to your knees. And now you're on top. And you're in the side mount.
Nice, Mike. Great, Steven.
One more on each side. Even faster now. Even faster. Here we are. You do whatever side you guys want, left or right. So you're here, double underhooks, go. And try to pick their leg up. It's too heavy. Elbow down, foot through, switch, switch, boom, and then knee.
That was sweet, Ty.
How fast can we go? Let me see you guys go. Here, double underhooks. You try to pick it up, you can't, yes. Leg through.
Looking good, guys. Nice calling. Great, Dante.
We're using the towel.
Beautiful,
head,
Corey.
yeah. Do
Looking
something against
so
the head.
good.
Great. And final one for me. Final one. Double underhooks. I'm trying to cat leg stick. Boom, boom, boom. And go there.
Nice, Tracy. Great, Calvin. That's so cool.
Okay, now we're going back. Everybody posture. Hands on the stomach. Hands on the stomach. Posture. One hand in front of the other. Person tries to sit up and pull you down. Sit up, hips forward. Hips forward, sit up. Good, hands back on the stomach. But now they pull you down. Boom, head low, hands on the biceps. Keep that head of theirs there. Hands on the biceps. They slip under your elbow. Posture immediately. Posture, posture. Good, they're pulling down, a little hip up, and go back down. Nothing, no big deal. Now their legs open, double underhooks. Pick up one side. It's too heavy. Switch, other side, hand down, tiptoes, hop around, melt forward. Good. I put both my hands on the ground. I did not do the hand down and the thigh hug. It helps to have a thigh. But
Nice
again,
partner, Justin.
everybody low, let's go, let's go. Hands on the body. Posture. Posture, posture, hands on the stomach. Good, they pull you down. Biceps, hands on the biceps. And they slip under your elbow. Posture quick, before they grab your head. Posture, posture. Good, and from hands up now, the legs open, double underhooks. And now I'm trying to pick up their leg, pick it up, but it's too heavy. So I put my elbow down, leg up, leg through, step over, sit cross, go to my knees, and I'm in the side mount.
Nice, Carl partner. Good. Oh,
Good.
some submission
Again,
there.
Hands in the stomach. Full sequence. Hands in the stomach. Posture. Posture. They try to sit up and pull you down. Hips forward. Hips forward. Sit up. Go back down. Yes. Now they pull you down. Boom. Hands in the biceps. They get you down. Head low. Head relaxed. They get under your elbow. Posture. Posture. Hands in the stomach. Up and down. You have no problem. They pull you down again. Low. Hands in the arms. And then posture again. Now they try to sit up, hips forward, go back down. It's very short, very quick, boom, and back down. And now from here, legs are open, boom, double underhooks. You begin to pick up the leg, you pick it up, but it's too heavy, elbow down, leg through, step across, switch, sit, and knees.
Nice,
Inside mount.
Adam Burry.
It's great. How's it
Looks
feel?
so good.
Questions?
Good, Shanisha. Oh,
Eddie, right
Shanisha.
here?
Yes.
Just so you guys can see, I'm not sure how the angles work for you guys, but let's just do the back angle one time. I'm here. I'm trying to pick up the leg, heavy leg. Look. The back angle to the craziness. Good. Okay, guys. In terms of, yes, Chris, question? You want to type it in or unmute yourself? Bottom right, middle. In the very middle, the whole up, two, up, one, up, right. Chris Jones, up, right, right. Question?
Transition, stepping over. I seen you didn't put the actual weight on him. Can you put the weight on him?
Got it. Do you put the weight on the person in the transition? You kind of do. You kind of do. You kind of do pivot on them a little bit. So when I go through and my leg goes over, there is a little, like not a lot, but there's a little portion of me that does lay on him, yes. But also a fair amount is just really big, high steps. Because maybe some people have an energy of blocking. Now, it's not that big of a problem, because when my leg comes, my leg is coming with like the force of a leg. It's like, boom. See that? I'm just throwing myself. But at the very end, right now, there is a chest pressure that allows me to spin my top leg off much easier. Now, just to be very clear with you guys, this is a very specific time to do this move. There are times where I go to do it and then the whole thing kind of falls apart right here. And I don't even quite remember what happens, but I don't end up getting on top. So there is a certain, what's the word? A certain energy that I have to kind of keep in his leg. So for example, like right now, take your leg heavy. did you feel my resistance?
Yeah.
He needs to feel my resistance for as long as possible. Because if I'm doing this, and then I let up on this as I go, then he's no longer occupied with the need to keep the leg heavy. So it's up to me to keep a little energy here throughout as much of the sit through as, because right now you still feel me here. He doesn't notice this because this hasn't changed. If I go like this and this changes, then everything changes. So keep that alive, which will keep him distracted, which will increase your chances of getting over there. Good. Okay, so chill. Now we can sit down. That was actually a great question about putting weight on the person, which led to keep the connection alive on the leg.
The ability of spinning, right? Without the pressure, there's
Yes.
that spinning.
Without the weight on them,
Yeah.
it's a little harder to pivot. So do what you need to make the smoothest pivot possible. Okay, side mount after class. I'm sorry, the side mount after this pass is whatever side mount makes sense. I think it's the modified side mount, but that's secondary. But right now, sit comfortable, hands on your knees, whatever you feel. And now we close our eyes and you find yourself now inside somebody's guard. Half of our lives are spent in the guard, it seems like. Someone crosses their feet around your back, you're in their guard. Right away, you do what everybody does. Posture, 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 posture. You make everything about amazing posture. And with your amazing posture, you have your hands on their stomach, their sternum, postured up, chest forward. As much as your posture is amazing, this person is dedicated on breaking your posture. So they're pulling and pulling and pulling, and eventually they're pulling so much that you say, you know what, I gotta go. You go down. But you realize that going down is no big deal, because when you went down, you did what? You had inside hand positioning. You had the forearms on their biceps. Now when you went down, they didn't even want you that close. They wanted you not as high as you were, but you went so close. And now as they're working to attack you, you just boom, recreated posture again. So now there's a feeling of like, oh my gosh, there's a frustration, like you're running from them. You're never within their grasp. So with your posture again, you sit tall. All of a sudden they uncross their legs, but they uncross their legs because they believe that they need to attack you. They couldn't submit you too well with the feet crossed. They couldn't break your posture. So they uncross your legs to attack. Huge mistake. Allows for immediate double underhooks. Okay? And you go double underhooks. And as you lower the shoulder and reach across to grab their collar, because you're not hugging their other thigh, they put their foot on your chest, pushes you away, breaks the collar grip, and now you're back in the open guard. From the open guard, you go back in the closed guard. Same thing, back to patience, posture. Their legs open again, double underhooks. This time you grab their cross collar, you stack the leg on the shoulder, grab the cross collar, and now you hug the thigh and you put some nice pressure on them so they cannot push you away. They cannot avoid the stack. You're off your knees, the pressure is on them. And then you slowly hop around, hop, hop, and you melt to the side mount, and done. Side mount control, next piece. So, just so you guys understand, the reason why this pass works so well is why. Why does a double underhook pass work so well? Because people can't help but do what? When they're on the bottom? Open their guard. Why do they open their guard? Because they're impatient. Because they open their guard because they want to attack. You guys can open your eyes. I said side mount, change the position. So the visualization changed. But people attack from the bottom of guard because they believe that it's their job to go for a submission all the time. So the more people attack you, the better for you. The more opportunities you will have to acquire double underhooks. Just be aware of some of the challenges. One is them kicking and creating space. Two is being able to get the leg onto the shoulder. Sometimes you can't, which you have to do a combination of the two. Sometimes you have to do that little slip underneath the door, back step craziness. I would say I do that once out of every 15, 20 double under guard passes. I'll go underneath and I'll step over the head. But the point is that how long do you have to wait for someone to uncross both of their legs when you're inside their guard? How long do you think it takes? I don't think it takes longer than 10, 15 seconds, especially if when you're on top, you are in posture, biceps. If you are in observation, awareness mode, if you are in I have to break their guard mode, yes, they might hold longer. But from my experience, and I have a lot of experience, I sit there for 10 seconds, people start going for submissions, and then it's a wrap. I get the double underhook, I pass the guard. So how do you guys feel? Raise your hand if you feel, from when you remember training, you know, 17 months ago when you guys trained last. No, it's probably more like 4 or 5 months ago, right?
17 is too
I
much.
know, I'm just joking, but it feels like forever. But the last time you rolled and you were in the guard, raise your hand if you felt like when you were in the guard that it was difficult to open their guard. Raise your hand. People that you train with in that last month of your training, right? Like you wanted to open guard and it was difficult. Let me just tell you one thing right now. In the last 5 years, I have not once felt like I had difficulty opening someone's guard in the last 8 years. I don't remember the last time I had a hard time opening someone's guard. And it's only for one reason, and that's what I just explained. When I'm in the guard, I create such a presence of hand positioning, head positioning, posture, that the bottom person feels like, man, he's ready to be here for 5 more minutes, 10 minutes. He's so comfortable. He's so far from danger. And when they tell themselves that, then they say, okay, since he's not in danger, I need to create some danger. And then when they create danger, inevitably they open their guard and the pass is very easy. So I love being in people's guards because I love showing them how ineffective their attacks are, right? Which is very, very simple. It just takes practice. And a part of that for many of you is getting submitted 3, 10, 20, 60 times. Getting submitted is part of the journey. You can get submitted and then say, next time I'm here, I need to get out of here earlier. Or you can get submitted and say, next time I'm here, I'm gonna have more awareness on what I just lost in. You choose whatever you want, okay? When I went to Hazard Gracie's Academy in London, maybe a year ago, I don't know, about a year ago, it was a 2-hour, hour and 45-minute competition training class. And I just called him, messaged him, and I just showed up. And it was like invite only, I don't know, 25 people, 12 black belts. Everybody was ridiculous. Amazing guys all across the board. What did they do in those hour and 45 minutes? They did like 6 drills. Standing sparring, guard sparring, mount sparring, side mount sparring, and then a whole bunch of rolls. So the positional sparring drills, guard, mount, standing, all those drills, they're literally like 2 minutes, each person just alternating. You understand? You kind of reverse roles and you go for 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and you switch. And you do that with like 2 or 3 different partners. And I remember the 2 guys that I did the guard sparring with in that window, they were both really, really good guys. And the side mount sparring, both the guard and the side mount sparring. I remember many of them responding with, wow, I've never experienced someone behave like that. And the behavior was the behavior of no agenda, was full awareness, right, was not believing that the responsibility is on me to pass the guard. But instead I handed it to them to attack. And then when they attacked, it gave little opportunities to sometimes pass. Even if I didn't pass sometimes, I was at least able to be safe. So just know that this mindset, I'm telling you that story because it's a very foreign approach. Even though to me it's the only approach and it's jiu-jitsu, it's very hard to come by. You can travel to like 10 schools, random schools around the country, and the chance of you seeing somebody inside someone's guard doing nothing except for boom, 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 this for over 30, 40 seconds, the chances of that are like 1%, right? I've never come across it before, so it's gonna be very rare. So when you do it, just be ready to be, the people might even go as far as to say, hey, you can't do that. You can't just sit there and do nothing. You have to pass the guard. And if they say that, what does that mean? That means that what you're doing is working really well. And it's frustrating them a lot, so just keep doing it. Good night, guys.
Ciao.
Yes, if it's your first time doing Zoom, hang out if you have some questions for 5 minutes. I saw there's a couple, maybe 3, 4, 5 hands in the beginning. If you want to ask about the process, I would love to talk to you guys. So yeah, if it's your first, second class, hang out. The rest of you guys, you already know what's happening. You've been here for 10, 20, 40 classes. Go have dinner, okay? Thank you guys. Good night.